Hi everyone, Veronica here with Viva La Forma. We're here to show you some basic footwork. This shouldn't take too long. It's basically just showing you variations of what you can do with those feet, how to make them strong, healthier, and better looking in every move. So let's get to it. I think Timmy is getting too comfortable on this reformer. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I'm starting with my foot bar all the way up on the highest point. I have 3 red springs here on the Allegro one. Let's lay down on our back. Every position here is gonna be in a neutral spine. What is a neutral spine? Well, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. It's basically a position where you should feel comfortable. Your pelvis should be neutral. It shouldn't be tilted front or back. Do some little movements here to find your neutral position because everything evolves from there. Let's get to it. Heels are aligned with our hips. As we're pressing in and out, make sure that our heels are aligned with our hips. So same width apart. And do a mindful movement here. Our shoulders are pressing into the shoulder rest. Move around if you need. Sometimes I like to have my arms on my hips just to make sure that I'm keeping them quiet and they're not sliding side to side. Move the carriage as close to home as possible without bouncing it on the springs. It should be quiet and flowy. But also you should be feeling some kind of burn, especially with those 3 springs. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm having a leg day right now because I already worked out, so this is like a little extra for my legs. Okay. Enough of the starting position. Let's put our heels together into a Pilates V. So heels are touching. And same thing, you slide in and out. Slide in and out. If this is not comfortable for your knees, don't worry. You can make a smaller V, wider V. I feel like smaller V should be easier on your knees. So feel free to play around with that. But same thing here, keep those hips quiet. They're staying on that carriage. They're not moving like this every movement. Go as fast as you feel or as slow as you wanna make it, okay? Today is not a class, today is just to show you some variation. So let's just get into a motion. And of course we can add little modalities here, have our weights, have our magic ring to make it important in today's D&H. But you know what? Simple is better. Focus on those feet. Make the position perfect first before you start adding your little motion with other stuff. So arms by your side and just enjoy the stretching in your quads. Okay, from here, let's do another basic position, which is a wide stand. We are still on balls of our feet here. So let's start there. Go as wide as you feel like for your hips. It should not feel uncomfortable. It can be challenging, but that is different than uncomfortable. So fix your posture if you need. And come slowly in and press on out. Slowly in and press on out. You can always pause in the 50% of the carriage and just give me little pumps. Amazing, right? You can do this in every position. From this sumo squat-like position, we can move our heels on the foot bar instead, our balls of the feet. So we can pump like that and stretch it fully out. Pump it in, 50%, stretch it fully out. Pump in and out. 50% in and out. Okay, you get the drill. What happens if we put our little toes or big toes on our foot bar? Wide stand. Well, let's try it. It's a different muscle involvement. And again, you can go as fast as you need to. But remember, this is a mind-body connection. So the slower, the better. Okay, since we're here on our toes, let's bring it into the middle of the foot bar and let's just do some little walking, little tendon stretch. Your heels can be cracking like mine, that's okay. That's part of the drill. This should feel good. This is one of my favorites. Really, you just tupite walking. You can do it also both feet together and slide them under the foot bar. Give me some presses. Slide it back up, press under, slide it back up, and do it quicker. And down, and down, and down. And switch those feet. One is straight, one is bent. And come on, let's do it. Let's try these different motions, see what works for you. Okay, bring the carriage home for a little bit. Now put your left leg into tabletop and we will just get used to this kind of motion. I am on the balls of my feet and the right leg is the one that's straightened out the carriage and brings it back home. Left leg is in tabletop. It stays static for now, okay? Let's just get used to this motion. And 3 more. And now, whenever you press the carriage in, you stretch the leg out. So, bring the carriage out, leg is in the tabletop. Come in, stretch that leg, pointed foot. And let's go. This is like shooting a sword. So I go from tabletop to a sword fight. Tabletop, sword fight. Tabletop, sword fight. Keep it in the 45-degree angle. We'll be adding to it, don't worry. And a couple more. Hips are steady on the carriage. Keep them quiet. And now, the next sword fight. Just move the leg without moving the carriage. And touch that foot bar, slide it back up. Touch the foot bar, slide it back up. And 1, and 2, and 3. And press the carriage out. And couple more. Same leg is gonna be threading the needle. I know the right leg is so tired by now, but let's do it. Threading the needle above the foot bar and below. Above, below. Pointed foot. From sword to a needle. Bend that right leg as you come in and stretch it as you come out. Couple more, up and down. Switch legs. You can move them along the foot bar for a little massage. Amazing, amazing. Okay, let's not get too comfortable. Left leg is gonna be working. Right leg into the tabletop. As you bring it in, stretch that sword out. And again. Tabletop, sword. Tabletop, sword. Tabletop, pointed foot. And a few more. Remember, this is not a class. I know I should just tell it myself, Veronica, don't kill them yet. This is just to show them some footwork, but you know, I just can't help myself sometimes. So on the next sword fight, keep that leg there and just touch that foot bar. Slightly tap it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to torture you too much or myself, so let's get right to it. What was next? Oh, threading the needle. So we thread down and up and down and up. Straighten that leg, that's the needle. And the other one is the press the carriage out. Give me the full range of motion without hitting the carriage. Maybe you need to change the resistance on your springs. Maybe it's too light. Maybe you're just that strong. So switch it to your needs and give me a couple more. Whew. And bring the carriage home. Again, let's walk in place for a little bit, stretching those tendons. Amazing, amazing, but don't get too comfortable. Let's get back into our Pilates V. So, foot bar is on the arches of my heels. I am touching my heels together for now. I'm bringing it 50% in. I'm gonna lift my right leg into the tabletop, 45-degree angle. As I press the carriage out, I elongate my tabletop and bring it back. So maybe a better analogy or metaphor, whatever. As I'm pressing it out, my V is extending. So this is like a V thing. From small V, I do a longer. So I am extending the side of the V as I press my carriage out. And the leg keeps on floating into a tabletop position. But my tabletop is 45 degrees, so if you can see this, try to mimic it. If you have your own cues, please use those. I think extended V is not a bad one. Let's bring it home. Switch legs. From V, tabletop. As I press out, I extend my V. And it's a pointy foot. And a few more. Whew. Today is not a jump board day, but I'm eyeballing it here. I would love to show you some moves on that, but that's gonna have to happen in the next video. All right, bring the carriage home. Let's do some basic press ins and outs on the balls of our feet. Pay attention to the extension of your legs. I myself have a tendency not fully stretch my legs or hyperextend. You know, finding the happy medium can be sometimes challenging. So if you have a mirror nearby, pay attention to that. Do not lock those knees, but try to really extend and press back in as close as you can. And extend and press back in. And switch the position to the arches of your feet. Same thing. Feet are hip width apart, dorsiflex, come in and out. There is endless amount of variations here. And maybe I can show you a couple more. We have some time. So let's bring the carriage home for a little bit. Adjust if you need. All right, from here, let's do some bridging. But as we press our bridge up, we press the carriage out and then roll back in and bring the carriage home. So I'm bridging up, pushing out, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, piercing the carriage home. One more time. Press on out, roll in, bring it in. Roll up, press on out, roll down, bring it in. Couple more. One vertebrae at a time as you roll in and up. Look at articulating those vertebrae one at a time. You can slow down if you need to. Don't forget to breathe. And bring it up. Now let's get into our bridge position slowly. Stay there for a second. Make sure your hips are aligned. From here, just lift that right leg to the ceiling, pointy foot. Try not to move the carriage. Bring it back home. Other leg. Straight to the ceiling. Bring it down. Now, same motion, but let's bring that carriage out with our leg on the ceiling position. So my leg is still pointing towards the ceiling, but I am pressing the carriage out and bring it home. Other side. I am still in my bridge position, pointy foot, press out, come back in. Press out, come back in. Press out, come back in. Bring it back, roll down. Shake it if you need to. A little massage on the foot bar doesn't hurt. From here, from the balls of our feet, let's move them on the top of the tiptoes. And let's do some presses this way. So we are pressing on the highest point of our toes without slipping. I also forgot that I do not have sticky socks on, and I just realized how many minutes in. Crazy, but please don't do this. Also, don't do this if you have spine issues, osteoporosis. There's so many modalities that you should be doing if you suffer from those obstacles in your body. Also, headrest is down. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Okay, on the next one. So carriage is out, lift that leg to the ceiling, right or left, whichever. As you press in, you lower that leg. So this is a simple movement from mat Pilates. I'm sure most of these you recognize. But give me a couple more. You should really feel it, especially if you're balancing on those highest points of your toes. Whew, I'm shaking. Whew. And come back. So carriage is still out. Extend the other leg to the ceiling. Pointy foot. You bring the carriage in, lower that leg in, and bring it up. In and out. In and out. Your hip bones are quiet. Pelvis is neutral. I am getting tired, you guys. This is hard work. So usually footwork at the beginning I would do from 5 to 10 minutes max, especially depends on your class length, but these days 5 minutes of warm up like this is really plenty. Okay, bring the carriage fully home, and just for the funsies, put those toes together instead of your heels, so inverted V, and press your legs that way. This one is super uncomfortable for my legs. It's not that it's hurting, but I would not prefer to do this one. Just a weird move for me. These little penguin legs. But you may like it, so that's why we're doing it, just to find your happy place. Give me a couple more. And 2. And 1. Bring the carriage home without hurting it or yourself. And we're done for today with some footwork. Hope you had fun. See you in the next video.